upset this week in the Senate ranks, which some say should be a wake-up call for Washington. Six-term Indiana Senator Dick Lugar loses a hotly contested primary challenge to the Tea Party-backed challenger, Richard Murdoch. Now, some Tea Party activists are saying this victory is a clear sign that the movement still has lots of clout. And one person who hopes history will repeat itself is Dan Lilliquist. He is the Tea Party-backed candidate hoping to unseat long-term Utah Senator Orrin Hatch when that state holds its primary in June. Welcome to our program. Great to have you here today, sir.
Thank you, Emma. Good to be with you.
Let me begin by saying that in Indiana, Senator Lugar, of course, lost big. It wasn't even close. Do you believe that in Utah, the Tea Party stands to gain big in your race as well?
Look, Uma, whether you associate yourself with the Tea Party or not, when you go throughout Utah, everybody I talk to is concerned about debt and spending federally. And they're looking for new leaders in Washington who have a track record of taking that on. And that's what I've done, and our message is resonating.
Your campaign is backed by FreedomWorks, which is a Tea Party activist group, but not all the grassroots Tea Party movements in your state are supporting you. In fact, the Tea Party Express says it will not campaign against Senator Hatch, calling him, quote, the original Tea Partier. How does that impact your campaign right now? What does it say about the divisions within the Tea Party in your state?
Well, look, the divisions in the Tea Party in our state, I think there's a whole bunch of people who have tried to take the Tea Party one direction or another. But what's resonating with people is that debt and spending matter. You know, Orrin Hatch has a record over the years of expanding entitlement programs, of being the third highest earmarker in Congress, of expanding and increasing his own perks and benefits. And my record is the opposite. I've cut spending. We've addressed entitlements and Medicaid spending here in Utah in my service in the state legislature, and we actually cut pensions for legislators. So we have a stark contrast of what his vision is for the federal government and what mine is, and so we think ours is resonating quite well.
But in terms of the split with the Tea Party within your state, does that talk about how fluid this whole situation is and that people are not as polarized as one might think?
Well, I don't think, I mean, look, I think reality is not negotiable, Uma. We have a reality issue that's facing us, and that is debt and spending. And when people look at those issues, whether you associate yourself with the Tea Party or not, they're looking for leadership. And so far, when we get out in front of people, they've come our way. We saw that in the caucus convention cycle. We pushed Senator Hatch into our primary for the first time in 36 years, and we're going to beat him on June 26th.
So many political observers have been saying that because Mitt Romney is the presumptive Republican nominee, that the Tea Party's influence will have less of an impact in the upcoming elections across the country. Do you think people still underestimate the Tea Party?
Look, I think Mitt Romney, I'm a supporter of Mitt Romney. He's a friend of mine. He's a good man, and he is focused on the fiscal issues. And so I consider him and the efforts that he's going to make on the debt and with cut, cap, and balance and the other things that he stands for to be a big influence on spending long term. And that, for me, is the essence of the Tea Party movement. So I think he will be successful. I do think people will get behind him. I certainly am. And I expect that people around the country who are interested in curbing government spending will get behind Mitt Romney.
All right. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it. Good luck to you. We want to tell our viewers that Fox News reached out to Senator Orrin Hatch. He is working to clear his schedule to join us on America's News headquarters for his side of the story.